Rising Tides, Chapter 8. You stand on the docks with your family, your arm around your shell-shocked Charlie as the police bustle around the car, snapping pictures and collecting evidence. We're gonna be okay, girls. We're gonna get through this. You nod mutely, seeing the knife piercing the dead fish again in your mind's eye. I can't believe someone would do this. I think someone in the town is upset with us. Monteverdi's been actively trying to discourage Charlie and I from promoting her initiative, but it really could be anyone. I don't want to think it'd be anyone we know, but I'm just not sure anymore. I can't believe someone in Cedarport would turn on us like this, all because they believe some big company over us. Either way, this is not some mystery for you girls to solve, okay? It's a terrible thing that the sheriff will investigate. But, Mom, I don't need you two getting into trouble, giving me another thing to worry about. The sheriff checks in with your mom once more before the police finish their work and disperse. Your dad ushers Charlie inside, but your mom pauses with you as you stare out over the water. Hey, honey, holding up okay? Not really. Someone's actively threatening our family. I don't want Charlie to give up. Hell, I don't want to give up. But I don't want anyone to get hurt. They're just trying to scare you, sweetie. That's how you know what you're doing is working. But that does mean you're gotta be more careful, okay? You should come on in and get some sleep. I will. It'll just be a minute. I have a call to make. Okay, honey, I love you. You think about the person who might be able to help you now and dial his number. Robin? Oh, okay. Hey, Harriet, I was so worried when you called. Thanks for inviting me over. I'm a little rattled. He wraps you in a long, soothing hug, and you can smell the soft scent of pine from the closeness of him. You jump when a kettle whistles on the stove. Tea, I imagine you could use something calming right about now. Yes, please. I knew coming over here was the right call. Your place is lovely. Cassidy pours you each a steaming mug of chamomile tea, and you settle down at the kitchen aisle. I just can't believe anyone would do that to you, to your family. Do you have any leads? Well, that's kind of what I came here to talk to you about. Cassidy looks at you searchingly, and you feel a knot in your stomach, and you take a deep breath and speak. Given Monteverdi's attitude towards my family lately, doesn't this seem kind of suspicious? Tell me you're not suggesting what I think you are. I'm not saying they put the fish in our car, but you've seen what they've been saying about us. That inspired someone to do this. I know they haven't exactly been civil towards you, but suggesting this as part of the plan Monteverdi has against you is absurd. That's a line that I don't think even they would cross, and if I heard anything like that was going on, I would have told you. Right. What if there are things they're not telling you? It's not like they'd notify their lawyer that they're planning on something illegal. They're obviously willing to make Charlie's life difficult, blocking her campaign events, targeting her in the media. I've been telling them that dragging a teenager's name through the mud is unconscionable, but all I can do is advise them against it. The decisions themselves are out of my hands. They haven't been trying to hide that they're undermining Charlie's reputation. Their actions may be slimy, but it seems to be on the up and up. And that makes it better? It makes it difficult to do anything about it. So, what can we do? You said difficult, not impossible. I should have known better than to think anyone could discourage you. I admire that. As for what we can do, there's not much. Accuse them, and they'll deny it, and perhaps threaten legal action for slander, which you have to carry out against me. Listen, if there was any proof, it would be a different story. It's not like Monteverdi's going to have a paper trail linking them to hiring someone to leave a dead fish in your car. Well, I think they're hiding something bigger than this fish threat. That's just a means to an end to get us to back off. What are you going to do? Back off? Are you going to keep letting them get away with this? So much for making a difference from inside Monteverdi. You want to do the good, but at best, you're sitting by while they do bad things. But what happens when you have to defend them? If you find out Monteverdi did leave that fish, you'd have to protect them, wouldn't you? You do what Monteverdi wants, and for what? Because you're comfortable? Because they bought your loyalty by helping your sister? Cassidy's face stills, and a flicker of anger crosses his expression. Please don't bring my sister into this. I open up to you because I thought you'd understand. I do, and that's why I thought you'd understand why I'm fighting so hard to keep my sister safe. He sighs, looking momentarily lost. I just don't know if I'm on the right track anymore. If Monte Verde is really... I don't know how well I know the company I work for anymore. What I do know is that I don't want you to suffer or go through the pain you're going through right now. Then do something about it. By now, you're both standing, cups of tea abandoned on the counter, your voice is rising. You think I don't wish I could do more? You don't think I want to barge straight into Warner's office tomorrow, slap a dead fish, and a letter of resignation right on his desk? You think I don't want to do all that? For you. But I don't know if that would help anything or just put you in even more in this crosshairs. All I know is for sure is that a month ago I thought I had everything figured out, and then you came into my life and turned everything upside down. You stare open-mouthed at his outburst. Sit down and drink my tea. You heave a deep breath and sit back down. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to imply that you don't care. No, you've got a good point. I'm just frustrated at the lack of ability to fix this for you. And scared about what this could mean for the future. For both of us. You sip your tea together in silence as you both calm down. Listen, I care about you. A lot. So much it scares me. I don't really know what will happen, but I'll do some digging to see if I can find anything about the fish. If they're responsible, there's no way I'll be defending them. Cassidy, you're not the only one who feels that way. He smiles and the tension drains away. You say I turned everything upside down, but when I'm with you, you make everything right again. It makes me so happy to hear that. I'm not giving up on this fight, and I'm not giving up on you, Harriet. He kisses you again. We kissed? Question mark? Long and slow this time, the heat slowly rising in your body. Do you want to talk about us, or the thing we have, or maybe not talk? You see his eyes dart to an open doorway that leads to a neat bedroom with a big glass door open to the ocean, and the tenderness in his gaze turns molten with desire. Remember, we kissed again. Pixelberry and the illusion of choice. Moving on. Cassidy looks at you through lidded eyes, a smile spreading across his face. He takes both of your hands in his, kissing your knuckles and pulling you gently into his bedroom. Biting your lip, you follow, and the view of the ocean, sparkling in the moonlight, catches your eye. You have quite the view in here. So I do. But when you look back, Cassidy hasn't taken his eyes off of you. Your eyes meet, and he draws you close for a long, tender kiss. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Already expecting me to run? He smiles ruefully. Who's to say? If I could say anything about you, I'd say you keep me guessing. He returns with a pair of glasses of wine, handing you one. He slides open the door leading into the balcony. Something sweet and strong for someone with the same qualities. The sea breeze and the smell of the ocean greet your senses as you step outside and clink your glasses with him. To your way with words. You're making fun of me. Absolutely am. But only because I like you. He lets out a delighted laugh. I feel so lucky to have met you. I do too. As the two of you sip your drinks, you fall quiet, letting the sound of waves lapping fill the sea for space. You're the first person in a long time who's got me to look up from what I was doing, with my work, with my life. I thought I was being ambitious, dedicated, but you've made me realize I've been on autopilot and I've never been happy to be thrown off course. I'm glad I can give you a reason for a late night that has nothing to do with work. And I hope I can give you a reason to set aside your troubles for a little while at least. You finish your wine and set the glass aside. Cassidy does the same. Then kiss me. He brings a hand to cup your face, pulling you gently closer until there's no room for anything but this moment, his lips, his kiss. The cool sea breeze whips your hair out of your face as Cassidy's kiss takes over, his body warm against the night air and the sweetness of the wine fresh on your lips. Nothing could be more perfect than this. I feel the same way. Oh really? Are you sure there's nothing else you want right now? Good writing by Pixelberry. Your face is still close together. You pull back just enough to see the hint of a smirk on his face. All I want is To kiss you for hours. Cassidy smiles happily and kisses the tip of your nose. You're romantic, aren't you? I have been accused of far worse. Hey, I'm off the clock. I'm not making any accusations. He brushes kisses along your jawline up to your earlobe, nipping it gently. And I would love to kiss you for hours. You take his chin in your hand and guide his lips back to yours as he holds you tight. Arms around your waist, he backs you up against the sliding door as he deepens the kiss, his tongue exploring your mouth. You feel the rush of sensations, the taste of sweetness of his lips, smell the salt of the air, the cold of the glass against your back, and the warmth of his body. His kiss electrifies you, and you bite his lip. Cassidy pulls away with a soft moan. How about I lay you down in bed and give you a massage? Oh, you want to pamper me? It's the least I can do. Add another glass of wine in the mix, and you've got yourself a deal. I can make that happen. He pushes your amused hair to side, press a kiss to your temple, then slips back into the kitchen, returning with the refilled glasses. You sit on the bed and accept one of them. Here, come to me. He sits with his back to the headboard and pats the space between his legs. You sit in the front of him, leaning back against the warmth of his chest. He starts kneading your shoulders slowly, intentionally, as you sip your wine. Let me guess, you're gonna make me make some comments about how tense I am? Well, I'd be right. You've got knots for days, and I don't mean the sailor kind. You chuckle and relax into his touch, letting out soft, small moans as his fingers find the tensed-up muscles and ease them out. The massage and the wine work together to make you more relaxed than you've been in weeks. Done with your drink? Lay down. He takes your glass and sets it on the nightstand as you lie down on your stomach. I want to make you feel good, like all your worries are gone. You're well on your way. He straddles your hips, really digging into your back with practiced deft movements. Lawyer, conservationist, and now massage therapist? What can't you do? Help you as much as I'd like to. You twist to look up into his face. Hey, I get that you're doing what you can, and I think you'll find you can help more than you imagine. You lean up for a kiss, and your lips linger against his, moving lazily and tenderly together as time becomes irrelevant. I want to wake up to your face. And I want to fall asleep to yours. Eventually, you drift off to sleep, your bodies mingling under the covers. Sun shines through the glass doors as morning comes. You wriggle cozily in Cassidy's bed. He's no longer beside you, but the sheets are still warm, and you can smell coffee from the kitchen. Ah, he's like me. He brews coffee first thing. You get dressed and enter the kitchen to find Cassidy pouring coffee from a French press into 2 mugs. Good morning, beautiful. I made breakfast. He kisses your cheek as you blink sleepily. I'm impressed on so many levels. They said coffee, taking a sip. Oh, that's good. Guiding you by the hand to the kitchen table, you dig into the simple breakfast with Cassidy, sipping coffee as you laugh and chat. Thank you for last night. I don't think I'll ever forget it. Just wait. We'll have to have many more nights like that. Somehow, I think it'll be unforgettable. Unforgettable. You bite your lip with a happy smile and enjoy the rest of your peaceful morning with Cassidy before he walks you home. Just who you are. As the day goes by, your good mood can't hold up to the gloom that's fallen over your family. By the time dinner rolls around, Charlie is uncharacteristically quiet. Are you okay, sweetie? I haven't heard you speak this little since you were a baby, and only knew 4 words. Your mom touches Charlie's arm, and she jumps a little. Do you want to talk about it? No, I want to talk to Monteverdi. I know what happened is troubling, but we don't know that Monteverdi had anything to do with it. I keep hearing them. I'm sure that's what they'd like us to think, but we know better, don't we, Harriet? I think Charlie might be on this one, right on this one, Mom and Dad. And if they are, we'll march down to the sheriff's office and demand they lock him up immediately, and they won't. Until Sheriff Smith concludes her investigation, we're not going to say or do anything about it. Right, Charlie? How can you expect me not to... Right, Charlie? Her eyes soften. There's nothing we can do to Monteverdi without evidence of wrongdoing. That's the sheriff's job. Yours is to stay safe and get back to school so you can be the best and brightest world-saving activist you can be, sweetie. I'm hearing a lot of nothing we can do, refrain as well. How do you think that makes us feel? Probably similar to how your parents feel watching this happen to you. Charlie stands up abruptly. I don't accept that. There's gotta be something we can do. The thing is... They're right. We have no proof. Harriet, not you too. I don't get how you can be so content to sit back and let this happen. If we don't have proof, maybe we need to be the ones to find it. Well, it's not like you to storm their headquarters to look for incriminating evidence. Just be patient, okay? You just gave her an idea, holy crap. Charlie nods sullenly, but the anger is still burning in her eyes. A little while later, you're in the kitchen cleaning the dinner dishes when there's a knock on the door and you open it to find Robin. Harriet, I heard what happened. I just wanted to check up on you. He pulls you close for a long hug, the warmth and solidity of him a comfort. I've been so worried. We're getting by. Everyone's still pretty upset, especially Charlie. Actually, I was just gonna go to her room and talk to her. She's pretty convinced that Monteverdi was behind the fish. Well, yeah, that would make sense. Anything to bully you guys into silence. She seems so frustrated and discouraged. She's taken a lot of hits lately. Sounds like she's got some activist burnout. What if I go with you to talk to her? I've been there. Thanks, Robin. It would be good for her to feel like she's got people in her corner. Robin nods and follows you to Charlie's room. Opening the door, her room is empty, the window is open, and Charlie is gone. Okay, don't panic. How can I not panic? She snuck out. What if she went to Monteverdi HQ to find the evidence she's convinced exists? Yep, bad Pixelberry writing. If she did, we've gotta head her off. She could get into serious trouble, even legal trouble. Let's go. When you arrive at Monteverdi headquarters, the building is mostly empty, but you see something familiar in the bushes out front. Charlie's bike, she's definitely here. Uh-oh, look. As you creep closer to the building, you see a window that's been jimmied open. A crowbar is on the ground outside. Looks like that's how she got in. But that's, there's no way that didn't set off some kind of alert. We gotta get in there and get her out. Can you get us in? That window's not exactly our size. Robin waves his lockpicks. Who do you think you're talking to? He picks the lock on a side door and lets the two of you in. Let's try and find her fast before she does anything seriously illegal, other than, you know, breaking and entering. Thank you, Robin. You dropped everything and risked a lot by being here. Of course, this is important. Besides, who else do you know who can pick locks and has already pinpointed the locations of the security cameras in the lobby? Here, we should be able to avoid them if we skirt this wall here. He takes your hand and guides you along the wall, his touch soft and warm. Despite the seriousness of your situation, you feel a thrill of electricity from his touch. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the adrenaline. Suddenly you hear voices as two security guards stroll into the lobby. Anybody here? I'm telling you, that alarm's been glitchy lately. This is probably just another false alarm. We still have to take a look, Aaron. Pull Robin behind this receptionist desks. Yes, let's bounce chicka-wow-wow here. Wordlessly, you take Robin by the hand and pull him behind the desk with you. Your bodies are close in the dark, and you wait until you hear the sounds of the guards' faded footsteps. Beautiful and quick thinking. Thanks for the save. He kisses your cheek and then takes your hand as the two of you creep deeper into the Monteverdi HQ. Where do we even go from here? The place is huge, and I've only been to a couple of rooms. As you continue down the hall past the conference room where you originally had the meeting with Warner, you hear another voice cursing loudly up ahead. You're about to hide when you recognize him. Charlie, she must be close. And using such delightfully unladylike language, too. You follow the sound to an unfortunately familiar room, Warner Rafferty's personal office. You see Charlie flipping feverishly through papers on his coffee table. Harriet, Robin, thank God you're here. Do you think you could pick the lock on the filing cabinet? I already searched his desk. Whoa, Charlie, we're here to bring you back. You realize you could get into serious hot water for this. You don't think the planet's already in serious, literal hot water here? No, not quite yet. I get where you're coming from, Charlie, I really do, but you can get help better if you don't get caught here. Let's get out of here before you get in huge trouble and Mom and Dad never let you out of the house again. I'm sure you, of all people, could organize a revolution from your bedroom, but let's not test that theory, yeah? It's not fair. Why should I get in trouble when all I'm trying to do is stop humanity from committing negligent homicide on our planet? Don't you get it? The future is already at risk if we let the status quo continue. I thought you two were on my side. I thought you of all people would understand. I'm waiting for security to just come in and go, well, we couldn't find you, but your mouth we found. I am, and I do. But when it comes down to it, I care about you of all people. And that means keeping you safe now. We've got to act fast, Charlie. Security's on high alert. Nothing's going too far when the planet's... Suddenly the door of the office swings open and someone steps inside. Oh, for the love of Christ. Harriet. Charlie. Eddie, I can explain. What are you doing here? You know I should, by all means, call security right now. Please, Eddie. I know it's your job, but this is us. I just want to protect my sister. Help me do that. You see him glance to the phone on Warner's desk and back to you, Charlie, and Robin. Let me guess, Diamond Choice. Just get out of here, and quick, or it'll be my head too. With an unreadable expression, he gestures for you to leave Warner's office, and you creep out into the lobby. I can't believe he let us go like that. Shh, we don't want to alert security. Might be too late for that. He gestures back the way you came, and that's when you hear gruff voices. Could have sworn I heard someone else here, and I saw an open window when I was patrolling the grounds. Oh, you sure wasn't that Eddie kid working late? I bet it's that seagull. Gulls are smart! Who's to say they can't open windows? Oh my god, we gotta get out of here! Oh, now you realize. You nod and the three of you creep around the corner back in the lobby. Where you see the guards examining the side door Robin had unlocked for you. Uh-oh. He squeezes your hands and kisses your forehead. Wait here. When you see your opening, take it. What are you doing? Giving you time to escape. No, Robin, you don't have to do that. I know, but I care about what you're doing, and I care about you. Robin, I care about you too. And thank you. Tearful reunion later. Get safe now. He squeezes his hand tightly and eyes full of worry. And then you and Charlie get ready to run for the door. Robin strolls casually into the lobby as both of the guards notice and let out shouts. Oh, were you looking for little old me? He give them a cheeky wave and leads them on a chase further into the building, leading the way clear for you and Charlie to escape into the cool night air. As you and Charlie walk home, wheeling her bike alongside you, she stops abruptly and you see that her whole body is shaking. I can't go back in yet. I'm gonna have to tell Mom and Dad what happened and that Robin got arrested because of me, shh, come here. You sit back down on the dock. Charlie sits next to you, leaning on your shoulders as she breaks down into tears. I always thought I was in control of all this, you know? That I'd know when I'd gone too far. But now I feel like I know anything. And we didn't even find anything in Warner's office. Maybe I was imagining things this whole time. Maybe it was just like everyone says, that I'm some punk trying to take a big corporation out to be a bad guy. Hey, you're not some punk, you're my sister. You're also standing up for your entire generation, and you're not making this up. Even if Monteverdi's not hiding some deep dark secret, they're still treating you terribly and ignoring climate change. Charlie laughs through her tears. You're right, they suck. And they do suck. And you, my dear Charlie, are the best sister ever. This is your chance to give Charlie advice and calm her down. And remember what you're fighting for. This isn't over. It's just one battle, and I don't know about you, but I'm not about to stop fighting anytime soon. But remember that your fight is for the planet. That's bigger than any one corporation. Don't get distracted by your anger at them. I think I get what you mean. I got so mad that they came after us that I wanted to hurt them instead of focusing on the real cause. You know just what to say to make me both happy and full of righteous fury. Man, I just wish today didn't suck so bad. Not to mention yesterday. We're on a bad streak. Why don't we break the streak tomorrow? Do something nice. Or maybe, legal. What did you have in mind? Well, it seems to me that you're spending so much time defending the natural world that you're not taking the time to enjoy the beauty of nature. Why not spend some time in the thing you're protecting? Plus, read that I read that being in nature can positively impact your mental health. You read the book I gave you? Yes, Professor. I did the reading. She throws her arms around you. That sounds really, really good. We can go hiking to the old tire swing spot and swim in the pond. You have a bonfire on the beach. Oh, I can bring that 20-pound bag of vegan marshmallows Bobby gave me for my birthday. Vegan marshmallows? I am mad right now. That's a thing. It was honestly overkill, but now we can make s'mores. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves and I'm exhausted. Can we go inside now? I guess, but what am I gonna tell Mom and Dad? Nothing. Just explain how you were feeling. Mom and Dad know that you're scared, frustrated, and I'm sure they are too. They just have to keep it together for our sake. I know, but maybe they'll go easy on me? You don't have to tell them everything. When you get inside, your parents are already waiting for you. Where have you two been? We've been worried sick. How long have we been gone? Harley looks at you nervously and bites a bullet and tells your mom and dad what happened at Monte Verde headquarters. You did what? I cannot believe you two. That's criminal behavior. Oh, come on, dear. Are you telling me that everything you did in Reagan protest era was entirely legal? She gives him a glare that could sink ships. Yes, girls. What you did was extremely irresponsible. I went to a lot of protests in my youth and learned that if you step out of line once, people will use it against you. And I thought we taught you better. That's why I told you multiple times to drop this, Charlie. You've got to understand, we're worried about you. Breaking into Warner Rafferty's office? That could get you thrown in jail. Don't get me wrong, I'm so proud of your fire and commitment, girls, but you need to know when to rein it in. I literally broke in to save my sister, but yeah, sure. And you've got to understand, Charlie and I are scared. I feel so helpless all the time, Mom. I couldn't sit back and do nothing while Monte Verde walked all over us again. And there's nothing anyone can do without proof, so I went to go get some. Especially after your mother threw the idea in your head. I'm so sorry. Everything's gotten out of control, and now Robin could be in trouble. She chokes back a sob, and your mom sighs and wraps her in a hug. I understand your anger, Charlie. If it turns out they're the ones who let out that fish, I'll tear their headquarters apart with my bare hands. Sure you will. But until everything calms down, I'm afraid we're going to have to ground you. Harriet, we know you were just looking out for your sister, but Charlie, you're on house arrest until further notice. What? But what about my initiative? Every day we do nothing is another day closer to being too late to turn back the tide of climate change. And every day you're out there with the weight of the world on your shoulders is another day we're here with the weight of our worry for you, sweet pea. Charlie sighs and licks away a few tears. Your mom and dad exchange a glance. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Just know we love you, Charlie, and we want what's best for you. Come on, Char. Let's get some sleep. You've got to be exhausted. Don't even call Robin to see if he's okay. You and Charlie trudge off to the bed, but a few minutes later, after you curl up under the covers, you hear a knock on the door. Harriet, can I come stay with you tonight? Of course, kiddo. Come on in. Charlie curls against your side in the soft bed, and you put an arm around her shoulders, remembering that, in the end, she is still just a kid. So much for hiking tomorrow. They have every right to ground me, but this just feels like one more loss. I don't know how much more I can take. Oh, God, no. Convince your parents to let you and Charlie have a relaxing day in nature, see some woodland critters, and enjoy a bonfire on the beach. I can convince them to let you go. Now turn that frown upside down. I'll tell them you'll scrub the stove down before we go. Dad hates that chore. Yeah, so do I. Eyes on the prize. Do you want to go hiking or not? I think I can handle the stove. Thanks for looking out for me, Harriet. With Mom and Dad and Monte Verde, you're always there for me. She snuggles close to you under the covers and yawns. Love you, Charlie. Love you too, Harriet. You're the best sister ever. I was gonna say comfiest pillow ever, but that too. With a small chuckle, the two of you fall silent and eventually asleep. The following morning, you join your family in the kitchen, way too early. Morning, Harriet. There's coffee in the pot. Oh, thank God. You pour a cup of coffee and peer at the paper Charlie's reading. Anything in there about Robin? Yeah, it says he's been arrested, but not charged with anything yet. I'll give him a call later to see if there's anything we can do. After a lot of back and forth with your parents, they agree to let you and Charlie go on the hike. Well, the stove's not going to scrub itself. Yeah, I get it. Let's get cleaning so we can hit the trail. Doesn't want to clean the stove, but wants to clean the world. Later that afternoon, you and Charlie hike through the woods in a quiet companionship, feeling the dappled sunlight hit your faces and the breeze carry birdsong to your ears. Are you feeling a little better? I know that talk with Mom and Dad last night was rough. Yeah, I know they love us, and I know they're on my side, but I'm pretty relieved to be out here with you in the trees. I actually haven't gone hiking in a long time. Somehow there was never time for it in college. I don't know how, but in retrospect, it feels like it was always finals week. Well, we're here now, and who knows what kind of animals we'll see out there. If we're going to see critters, we're going to have to be as quiet as possible. Charlie nods dutifully, and the two of you fall silent, stepping carefully along the path as the sounds of the forest fill the gap in your conversation. Suddenly, Charlie's eyes light up, and she points to a bright red fox scurrying through the underbrush up ahead. Beautiful fox, don't spook it. Oh, hey there, buddy. It's so beautiful. As the two of you break your silence, the fox perks up. Its intelligent, keen eyes finding you. It pauses as you stare back for a long moment. Then it darts off further into the forest. Good job noticing that. What a cutie. You keep walking through the woods until you get a babbling creek. Charlie happily skips through the shallow water. This time, you're the one who gestures for Charlie to stop when you see a baby deer up ahead. Ah, it's my spirit animal. Oh, wow, are you lost, little baby? Oh, she's precious. Hi there, cutie. I think she likes us, but we still shouldn't get too close. She is a wild animal, and Mom is sure not to be too far away. Listen, Bambi was shot over the ridge. I mean, what? I guess we can keep going. Bye, little baby. Little fawn toddles into the trees, where, sure enough, a beautiful doe with two other fawns emerge from the brush. The doe dips her head at you before the little family continues on. Wow, it's like they were greeting us. You know we're friends of the planet. Hey, we're almost to the swimming hole. If we follow the creek further, we can swing on the old tire swing. Ah, that is pretty. Charlie squeals and runs ahead to grab the tire swing you and the other Cedarport kids used to play on all the time. Yeah! She gets a running start and swings out across the clean, clear water, riding the momentum until the swing slows and she gracefully disembarks on the shore. Your turn! Grab hold of the swing, pull it back, and jump on, swinging out over the muddy banks, I thought they were clear, and further over the clear water. Hold on. You sail over the water, smiling down at the clear, rippling depths, and feeling the freedom of the wind in your hair. Woo! As you get back off the swing, Charlie takes another turn on the swing. Her whoop of enthusiasm quickly turns into a yelp of surprise as she loses her grip and falls right into the water. Oh my god! This is what you were coming to, anyway. She scrambles out, splattered with mud from the shallows as you laugh. Wow, I didn't realize you wanted to be that one with nature on this hike. You know what? Just for that, I think we both could benefit from a dip. She wraps her sobbing arms around you and drags you into the pond. Charlie! Oh, you are going down. Now that you're both in the water anyway, you splash her, laughing wickedly. I hate you. Nah, you love me. I'm your favorite. Shut up. You were totally right. This is an excellent idea. After a while spent splashing and laughing, you begin your walk towards the beach, letting your clothes dry in the last of the day's sunlight. As the trees give way to soft sand beneath your feet, the sun sets out over the ocean, shooting brilliant rays of orange and coral across the water. Wow, this is what we're fighting for. Yeah, it's so beautiful. I wish everybody could see how important our planet is. It keeps us alive, gives us everything we need to thrive, and people treat it as disposable. Maybe if more people took the time to really appreciate nature, they wouldn't be so quick to let corporate interests run rampant over humanity's interests. No, most people are too broke, poor, and overworked to give a shit. No, I'm serious. Most people are. You lay a hand on Charlie's shoulder. It also has to do with big corporations, too, for that excuse, but just saying. Is it a weird time to say I'm grateful that you brought me into this? It's never a weird time to tell me I was right. You chuckle and give your sister a little shove. It's sort of like the rope swing. It's a little scary to make the leap, but you're glad when you do, even if you end up in the mud. And keep that in your back pocket for if you ever need to give a speech. I'll leave the speechifying to you, but now I want some vegan s'mores. Let's get a fire going. Swear to God, if you mention vegan s'mores one more time, I'm leaving. You and Charlie go further on the beach and get a nice small fire going. The sun dips below the horizon, casting the beach in darkness beyond the cheerful flickering of flames. Bobby might be onto something. These s'mores are so good that I'm starting to think a 20-pound bag was not overkill. Right. 20 pounds of marshmallows. No, that's overkill, fam. I think that's calls for a regular s'mores night on the beach. Hey, maybe that can be one of the fundraising events for the initiative, or whatever comes next after it. Whatever comes next, huh? Does that mean you're gonna keep going down this activism road with me? I don't know, but I'm sure you're planning to take a break if I know you at all. One new law does not a planet save. Make no sense to me, but okay. I would have said not save a planet, but just whatever. You laugh and raise your s'mores to Charlie's and a Mock's toast. Hey, why don't we make some natural art using what the planet provides? We can leave a message in the sand and decorate it with shells and stuff. I'm loving where your head's at. We can draw our message nice and big with up high on the beach, and it'll last a little longer. You finish your s'mores and pick your way along the beach, snagging shells and driftwood and smooth stones. Now, what should we write? The Nature's Day was your idea, so you decide. Go green. Take a few minutes to scrawl your words into the sand while Charlie embellishes into the various gifts of the sea, and then stands back and admires your handiwork. Go green is sure to get our message out. Unless you're living in Green Bay. Ah! Until the tide takes it out to the sea, of course. Well, then it's a good thing we still have you around to spread the word of Go Green in person. Now, I've got to make sure you don't get washed out to sea or Mom will kill me. Is it time to go home already? Charlie, we've been hiking for at least 5 hours. My calves are killing me. Okay. Thanks for taking me out here today. It seriously made all the difference. You're welcome, kid. I love you. You pull her into a hug, ruffle her hair, and together you walk home. Early the next morning, you're woke by the loud knock on the front door. When you get to the kitchen, your family is already up as well. Why does that sound fill me with dread? It could be anyone. Hold off the doom and gloom until I see who it is. It's probably Robin. But, despite your words, you feel a bit of the same dread. Charlie voices your fears. What if someone found out we were at Monte Verde too? What if Eddie told? You swallow hard, get up, open the door to see! Hi, Harriet. Eddie, what are you doing here this early? I have something I need to talk to you about. Something that couldn't wait. But of course, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And down description below, links to social media Discord, where you can come chat with me as well as others, share things, do the whole 9 yards. Please check it out if you haven't already. And also, I'll a few links to support me and as well as watch us on Twitch. That's right. Feel free to come join us for Cyberpunk here shortly. Oh, so without further ado, thank you all for watching. This book is okay. Keyword, okay. It's nothing special, but it's okay. At least it's better than the other book. Oh. Yeesh. I'm tired, but I have so much more work to do. Catch y'all later. Peace.